everybody, and welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday. And because it's the last one of the year and I'm feeling spicy, we're going live in a lot of places for tech that I don't normally go live, including my wellness audiences, because I want to make sure that you guys know that I do this. So, uh, today we're going to be diving into systemizing your actions to increase sales and retention. If you want to learn more about this, comment nerdly, NERDLY, and I will follow up with you and give you I do have a guide and show notes for you today. So, for those of you who do not know me, I'm Colleen McCartney, and I'm really just a business nerd, right? So when it comes to leveraging systems, automations, and making it so that you can grow and scale your business online, that is my jam. And I do have two groups if you want to learn more. If you are more on the beginner side of life and trying to get your basics sorted, I have a group called Making Tech Simple for Online Entrepreneurs. If you are already rocking it and you're ready to take it to the next level with some hybrid systems where you want to learn about how to dive into Go High Level and Group Track, which are my two babies. I love them. They're the best ever. I do have a group called A High Level Organic where you can dive into that. So that said, who's ready to dive in today? So let's do this. All right, so sharing my screen window. Here we go. Ooh, I can even do this. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, all right. Okay, cool. And we got my little guy over here, so this is super fun. So today, let's do this. Systemizing your action to increase sales and retention. Oh, yeah, let's get a little clappy clap. Yeah, we're so excited about it. Woo! All right. So let's talk about all the amazing things about being, and today we're really focusing on our network marketers, right? About being a network marketer. You have a solution that will change so many people's lives. And I will say, like, even though like a lot of this is for network marketers, if you're a coach or an online entrepreneur, let's dig in, right? You have an amazing product or service that can change people's lives. There's unlimited potential of what you can achieve. There are even people who desperately need what you have, right? You may even have a team of people who are building a business with you. And your clients get these amazing results. And isn't working in wellness so great? I should really change this. So I didn't change this much since the last one when it was explicitly for wellness network marketers. We have since branched out a bit, so bear with me. So, but what's the problem? Let's be real about it. Just because you're a network marketing team with wellness products doesn't mean that everyone is going to beat down your door to get your products. All of that can be really frustrating, and a lot of people can end up quitting. So what do? Right? You've said yes to this business and then realized you had to figure it all out yourself. You didn't really have a plan or what to do each day. So you followed what someone else told you to do, but it didn't jive with you because it's not how you work. You may know what to do, but all the little tasks, one by one, start piling up and it becomes totally overwhelming. So without an organized approach, these tasks and people fall through the cracks and they don't end up getting done no matter how much you want to do them. You may even have business partners leave and now you have to support their clients too. And how are you going to handle all that? You spend money on a ton of different platforms to support your team. Pieces of your business feel completely disconnected from each other. And you're struggling to find something duplicatable so you can recruit. Or if you're a coach, you're trying to figure out how do I systemize this so I can delegate and grow and scale my business, right? So you end up trying to learn all the things about a plethora of products your company has. Or if you're a coach, you're trying to do all the things. You're doing sales, you're doing marketing, you're doing the actual coaching, you're doing tech support, right? all of these bits and pieces that aren't necessarily your zone of genius or your wheelhouse. You reach out to your friends, family, college, high school, and church contacts, convincing them to buy. Or if you're a coach, maybe you're just cold DMing a ton of random people and then you get crickets. You think you're no good and you just want to help people. You know you have something to offer, but you end up spinning your wheels. You're not making a lot of money and you just want to quit. Right? We've all been there. Then you go into tech overdrive thinking you need all of the tech, a booking site, automated webinars, a fancy funnels. You get stuck in trying to sort out which platform do you use? How do I use it? How do I automate it? How do I tie them all together? You're not even a techie, so how are you supposed to decide all of this, right? You try your hands at automations and they go haywire, making you feel awful and turning your clients off. Right? I know so many people you're using Calendly, but how does that talk to your system? And then you're using a Weber, but how does that talk to this other piece over here? And it's just so much, right? Right? Absolutely. It happens all the time. What if instead you had a reliable, all in one, simple strategy plus system solution on how to get more leads, create repeat buyers. Your team has the same duplicatable solution so you get the most impact with the time you put into your business each day. And do you want to teach them how to use this technology? No, you don't. You want to lean on people who do this all day, every day. That's us. Right? Oh, I got introducing Nerdly and the Tech Training Vault. So we give you the systems and strategies for growing your wellness business or network marketing or coaching business. Like we kind of got it all going on here with ease. We hold your hand with weekly training and multiple co-working sessions throughout the month to make sure you're moving forward towards success. Because the activator in me wants to see you move your business forward. We take my tech genius and filter it through my wonderful sister in law, Kate, who spent a career as an elementary school teacher. So it's delivered in easy to understand, bite sized nuggets, right? We all love that. We all know I'm a super tech genius, but I also talk super tech. So being able to partner and being able to have that as a value add resource has been an absolute blessing to our clients. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Colleen McCartney. Oh, I gotta change this. We're a mid rebrand. If you hadn't heard, formerly known as the Wellness CRM, we now launched Nerdly. Its formal launch will be in January, so bear with us as we are in our transition. So we help wellness entrepreneurs, at coaches and network marketers find new leads, convert leads to customers, nurture their clients to enhance retention. And we do it in a systematic way that trains and duplicates along the way. Again, comment Nerdly or notes, and I'll get you the show notes from today because we do have a workbook that goes along with this. So this training is right for you if you want to run a business like a professional. You want to ensure the time you invest in your business matches the results you're aiming for. You are looking for guidance on creating a business that can be duplicated and shared with your team or your staff. You are willing to put in the work to make sure it happens. And that's the important part. If you're not willing to put in the work, this is not for you. If you are trying to run a business, and we got you. It works. You just have to actually work it. So, lesson 1, how do you define success? So, take a moment, grab pen and paper, or put in the comments on a scale of 1 through 4. 1, not so good, through 2, I kind of know what to do. 3, I know what to do and I do this sometimes. And 4, I know and execute this consistently. So let's go through. Let's go 1, not so good. 4, I got it. So comment, let me know. I know my email and message open rate. Again, 1, if you don't really do this. 4, if you do this all the time. Next question. I know my close rate and taking someone from prospect to paying clients. So 1, not so hot. 4, you got this on lock. I know how many leads you need to connect with to achieve your goals. And this is really important because if you don't know this, then how are you making any strategic planning? I know which of my clients are actively engaging with product education. I am actively getting feedback from clients as to their success using products. That is vital to know because if they're not getting results, they're not going to come back and buy more. And it's up to you to figure out what is the holdup and where's the stopgap and get them connected to a resource, help them understand, or whatever you need. So, strategy to find and nurture leads. Imagine going to an event and giving them a button or a QR code that will automatically pull them into a sequence to nurture and educate them as they become customers on their own. Better yet, have them opt into messaging right from social media. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do that, whether it is using keywords in your stories or having them join a Facebook group because just those member request questions are no different than a form. So, oh, hi, Amy. Thanks for coming in, girlfriend. So, we're diving into all the different awesome tech that we've got going on in the systems, right? So, this is really important is leveraging social media is really vital to your success as a business online, right? Because this is where we can leverage our organic traffic. That is the people we actually have connections with, right? This is where we make social actually social. We don't want to just give our offer out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there, right? They don't need it half the time. If they don't have a problem you can solve, you shouldn't be making an offer to them. Now, I know I'm also on my personal page, and so we'll see how this all goes. But I decided it's end of the year, we're going out big. And hopefully maybe this people see what I do. Who knows? So this is an example of a pipeline, and a pipeline is a process you take someone through, right? My good colleague Andrea, she's amazing about this stuff, about taking a funnel or process and turning it into a customer journey. Like, what do you want your client to experience from when they first interact with you to becoming a paying customer and beyond? Like, what does that actually look like? Have you ever sat down and mapped out what do you want the experience for the customer to be with when they work with you, right? And that's super vital. So let me know in the comments, have you ever mapped this out on what you take your people through? Yes, exactly. I see. This is what I'm here for, folks. And if you're in my group, Making Tech Simple, we go live every Tuesday. And we dive into a lot of these basic stuffs because you got to have this core foundation before you can go take it to the next level and start to scale. Because if you try to run, I know a lot of people, I've seen them fall down the rabbit hole of paying for all these ads, but they don't have a process. And if you don't have a process and you're paying for ads, guess what you're doing? Just throwing money at Mr. Zuckerberg, right? Like he doesn't need your money. Let's teach you how to systematically approach people and keep it that fun, human, engaging aspect. Like that's what you got into a business for because you wanted to help people. Don't overcomplicate it, right? So, and if you don't, you end up having paper slips everywhere because I know y'all still out there doing vendor events, right? I know you're still doing vendor events. You're still meeting people out and about because that's how you do, right? Even if it's simply having a form that you fill out because they gave you their information and the systematic follow-up begins, right? How many times have you had the same exact conversation or sent the same exact message? All right, my spicy brain does not believe in that. If it is an action I've taken more than twice, it is systemized, it's templated, and it is ready to roll because that is energy I don't need to put out. Because I found myself getting very resentful after having the same conversation over and over and over. And I'm putting all this energy out, But I was like, there's a part of me that knew like this is putting way too much energy into this. There's got to be a better way, right? And if you're taking someone through the same intro to your company product or the same conversation, they don't want to take up your time any more than they want you than you want to take up your own time. They want to have access to the information, and then they want to be able to have a conversation with you about it after the fact, right? Because are you the best at saying all the sciencey things that they need to hear or all the specific things they need to hear? Or is it better that there's, even if you want to present it, one solid recording that you send out and then you follow up with them to talk about it? This really helps with the emotions and guilt surrounding not reaching out to them in a timely manner and ultimately having leads you don't follow up with. Because I also know that happens too, that you do these events and you get all these leads, but they're not getting followed up with effectively. So, lesson number 3. Educational events are great, but clients don't retain the knowledge like that. If they can't put it into action right away, and then it's out the window, right? How many times have you been asked for the same solution by the same customer over and over, right? So instead, imagine having customized, bite sized information drip to them every day with practical tips they can use right away. Exactly, Amy. It's all about what can you take from this and put into action right now, right? And we are going to get to that at the end because I do want to make sure you guys walk away with practical tips you can use. Because again, if you guys aren't familiar with strengths, I'm an activator. I got to make sure you move forward somehow. So, follow-up communication dilemmas, right? When's the last time? Have you ever looked at a customer and were like, I don't know the last time I talked to them? Or, oh man, I remember talking to them, but I don't remember what their pain points were. Or you plan to follow up and you forget, or the kids got something going on, or something like that happens, right? Too many communication channels. Was I talking to them on Instagram, or was it Facebook, or was it an email or I don't even know, right? Or maybe you don't have an opt-in and you inadvertently become the spammy spammerson we all don't want to be. Or maybe you don't have a solid plan for support or educating your client or even what to say. That can be problematic in and of itself because then you got to figure out, you're on the spot, you're trying to do this like fly by the seat of your pants because you're like, well, I got to show up now, but you don't really know what you're talking about. You don't really have a plan for the conversation, and the customer feels that. Your clients will feel that if you show up to a call and you don't really know what you're going to be talking about and you're trying to figure it out on the fly, unless that's like your super superpower, they're going to know, and they're not going to feel like, they're going to be like, why am I here? Like, did you even plan for this? Like, what was the purpose of this? And that's where a lot of times you get either pushback or maybe you get no shows, and people are just, maybe they're just not feeling the value because really you didn't plan for this. You didn't set out expectations. One of my favorite things to do with this, and here we'll dive into here, having a clear plan for each and every customer, whether you enrolled them, your downline did, maybe they're a coaching client, maybe they're a referral, that you can ensure the amazing customer journey experience, which will help your customers get results, which means they will rebuy. And if they're not rebuying, they're not getting results. It's as straight up as simple as that, right? And the beautiful thing about this, one of the things that I leverage is forms. I tell people, hey, I know you're busy. So if you could fill out this quick form, let me know how you're doing. And then we can get together on Zoom or on the phone or in person. Okay, let's be real. I'm not getting together in person with my clients. None of them live near me. It's funny, they used to, and I don't think I have any clients that really live near me anymore. So I get together on Zoom and I always offer them, hey, you fill this out, we'll connect, we'll dive into it, and I'll even make something based on your needs, right? Because y'all know I'm in like the doTERRA land. But even now, when it comes to my tech clients, if we'll dive into their needs and say I could build them a quick form or a workflow or something that's going to solve their problem, I'll do that. Like, they're committing time to me. I'm seeing their form, I'm seeing their issues, their needs in advance, which means I have time to prepare for the call. So it's not me on the call asking questions, trying to think on the fly. It's they sent me their needs. I, the service provider, can now review it and come to the call with a plan of action and know how can I move them forward, because that's the name of the game. If they're not getting results, they're not going to rebuy. They're not going to recommend you. They're not going to see the value in your product or service. Because if you don't, they stop buying. It's the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's not just about them buying, right? Because they only buy if they get results, right? Exactly. Be prepared for your meetings. I love that. Okay. That's so good. So good. It makes a huge difference in your energy and your emotions around the appointment as well, because you're going to feel a lot more confident because you're going to know that you're going to help them solve a problem. Okay, lesson 4. Simple ways to duplicate. Let's not over-engineer. I am the queen of over-engineering. I will over-engineer things all day long. But that is why I have partners who will rein me in and be like, no, 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 no. Let's keep this simple, right? And I'm really excited. We're actually partnered with Group Track, so we're gonna have a fully done network marketing done for you, ready to roll. It's so sick, you guys. It's sick. So using a simple duplication can be using custom values in the right system. Means there's no question about what's being said. We all have the steps mapped out and ready to roll, so your entire team gets the same step-by-step support. Right? So, for example, what this message is saying is it's going to say hi. It's going to include the contact first name. So we're not having to copy paste these messages. System will know. It's going to send it right to them. It's going to like if they're booking an appointment, it's going to say the calendar name, who their calendar appointment is with, and the calendar date and times, and a cancel and a reschedule. So you have one calendar workflow that works for every single appointment, no matter what. So you don't have to have Sarah's stuff and Jolly's stuff and whoever else's stuff. It's using the same thing, much like you would have the same process flow for a new customer. So whether it's Amy's new customer or Colleen's new customer, they're all going to go through the same process. So you know the journey that they're having. And guess what you can do with that? If you find that everybody's falling off at the same spot, let's look at your process. Maybe it needs to be tweaked a little bit. Maybe a little, and honestly, sometimes the smallest verbiage change can make the world a difference. If you don't, you lose leaders because they don't feel like they have a strategy. Most people don't start a business knowing exactly what they need to do for all the bits and pieces, right? So as a recap, having a strategy for converting new leads into customers, engaging with your customers to ensure they get results to keep them coming back, and having a way for your team to do the same, right? It's three simple steps, but it can be super overwhelming. You want to keep it simple, right? Be strategic with your time. And if you guys don't know about strategic time blocking, comment time and I'll get you connected with a resource. Be consistent with your daily tasks and calls, right? Let's be real. I know all of you, especially network marketers, y'all are aces on the DMs and on the phone. Like, you just need to make sure you are setting aside time to do that. Don't reinvent the wheel. Like, there's no reason to. We know what works. Just do that. It's not that complicated. And automate what you can so you can show up and be present when talking with people, right? Yes, I love that, Amy. If you have systems, you are more confident and it shows. It absolutely does. I mean, I know for myself, it's been night and day from the first time I did this to now. It's been amazing. And so I got to ask you, what if you had an all-in-one solution for serving and retaining your current customers and bringing in new business that was already done for you, mapped out? What if you could make all that happen for you and your team so you had a reliable process so you can implement together with confidence? So introducing Nerdly and the Tech Training Vault. So what's really awesome is not only do we have a platform that will have this all mapped out for you, but we do have the tech training vault, which will be sold separately for if you want just that, you can get access to that for $49.99 a month. But all of our Nerdly users get access to that, and we have a new training on different tech each month, including if you want to learn about streaming software, you want to learn about social posting tools, and Google Workspace, any of those things, we're going to have that covered for you. So here's what you get. You're going to get guidance and confidence because you're going to know exactly what to do, right? We're going to be able to make sure you stay organized because it's all going to be within one system. The ability to work with your team and delegate. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you. So we have a partner company where you can hire VAs who are trained on how to use our system and strategy and get you into this position of CEO instead of having to be sales, marketing, support, tech, all the things. Let's have you outsource the things that are taking up your time that aren't giving you ROI, right? We're going to help you be more efficient, have you automated tasks and reminders so that you don't forget the things, which is going to make your life so much easier. So here is how it is delivered to you. So you get a lead gen system, a client retention system, and training with the Tech Training Vault. This powerful all-in-one system is preloaded with proven industry-specific strategies that are done for you. From appointment scheduling and client management to marketing and sales, Nerdly has you covered. Leverage tech and spend more time helping your clients achieve their goals. And all-in-one means you can cancel all your extra subscriptions. And what's even better is we actually have a marketplace where you can get anything, whether you want to get sales training from the top coaches, you want to get systems and strategy training from, my favorite person in the world, Jenna Larson, she's the best, or you want to get some pre-done content, right? We have users who are translating our entire content into Spanish. ¿Tiene clientes de español? Sí. You can actually serve them. It's pretty awesome. Our system does actually work in multiple languages, but the content is only currently in English and Spanish. Whether you are a doTERRA wellness advocate, you're a coach, you are running maybe you have a brick and mortar shop, like that is why part of the rebrand is to be able to serve more people because our tool does everything. So these are just some of our client testimonials, and I love that. This is one of my fun is, can we add sounds to text responses like a slot machine? It's so fun watching these come in after I finally got my Stress Less text series sent out to my personal enrollments. I love it because that's people engaging. So let's go over here. More testimonials. See, it's so awesome seeing this many people that have registered and opted in and seeing those responses from inactive customers saying, I'm so grateful for this. This has been so helpful. So find clients and keep them coming back, right? So you get live chat support in English and Spanish. Let me go over here. Access to an exclusive Facebook community of entrepreneurs, weekly working sessions. You get an in-depth workbook to take you along with it to help you map things out, an all-in-one system, and a built-in strategy for finding, nurturing, and retaining your clients. This is really a $2,000 value, right? I mean, it's taken me a bit to be comfortable with that, but that really is the value, right? And you're going to receive guidance with a step-by-step process mapped out to keep your customers engaged so you can scale your business. You're never going to miss a follow-up touch point. Know exactly what to say at every step. Ensure every client gets consistent quality experiences every time. And there's no need to overthink and recreate the wheel because we already got it mapped out for you, right? We got done for you recipes and automated client experiences. We got email and text templates, call, voicemail, and text scripts ready to go. So the value is really a $4,000 value because we've got weekly open office and training, done for you automations and strategy, and a collaborative working sessions. And really, your investment is only $119 a month. How rad is that? So I know I'm undercharging for what this is because I believe in the life-changing value in the products and I want to help you help your clients, right? So many people in the world are in need of what you're offering and we can't do it alone. So we're here to help you. Um, let's see here. Oh, yes. And you can even pay annual and save. And we do have monthly options available. So we try to be as flexible as we can to help support you on your entrepreneurial journey. So who is this good for? Wellness entrepreneurs who want to scale their business, wellness network marketers. Okay, I got to change this slide too, because yes, while we do have lots of stuff built out for our DoTerra fam and our wellness entrepreneurs, we have actually reset it all so that you're going to be able to go to the marketplace and pick up all your wellness content because we're going to give everyone a base setup that does not include that. So we're going to be able to help everybody. So, some rockstar tips to take away today. Put a Linktree style digital business card with your top opt-in / lead magnet on your personal Facebook page and start capturing leads. This should also be your link in bio for Instagram because you cannot post links on your Instagram posts, but you can put a link in your bio and refer to that in your post. Also, text replacements, whether you have a Mac or a PC, these are options you can do so you can quickly have your opt-in link written out in only a few keystrokes. For example, I have a shortcut. When I type out the word Zoom room as one word, it puts out my Zoom link, so I never have to worry about it. While having all these templates are great within our system, they're not always handy when you're out and about, maybe on your personal phone or on Facebook. So what questions do you guys have? I will open it up to Q&A for a minute. If you guys have questions, feel free to comment on the replay. And we do have 2 different Facebook groups for you guys to join that are open to those who want to come and learn. And I go live in both of those groups every week. With that, I love this. Later, nerds. So the big thing for today, if you would like to grab it, you can go to nerdly.io or just comment nerdly on the video and we'll follow up with more details. All right. Later, nerds.